out now. It's your girl Latasha with the LCL Show. But tonight we are doing the walk security. Oh, so I thought somebody said something. All right, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Go ahead. Make sure you tune in, like, and share this live. I supposed to have did this last week. I was a little bit under the weather. So was my baby. So it was just like, but no excuses. I'm here now. Security. That's all that matters. So listen, guys, tonight we are talking about baggage. So we're talking about like meeting someone with baggage, and having someone in your life who comes with baggage to also help you carry your baggage. Like it's a broad subject. I think it's really good because in our life, whether it's friendships, colleagues, relationships, everybody comes with baggage. And it's not just when we usually think about baggage. Hello, guys. Make sure you go ahead and like and share this live for me because it's going to be phenomenal. And I want to hear your comments because everybody who's on right now, like literally everybody in their life has met somebody who came with baggage or is with somebody who came with baggage. Now, let's not get it twisted, okay? So when we say baggage, we're not just talking about kids or babies or, whatever your definition of baggage is. Baggage is broad, it's big. It could be mental. It could be physical. It could be underlying conditions that a person may be going through or may have. We're talking about like baggage. So, and I want to hear from you guys. So make sure you tune in, like, and share this live. I was hungry and I couldn't wait. I'm making crab cakes tonight. I just hope I got all the ingredients I need to make it. Because, hey, boo, how you doing? Love you. Because I'm really about to put my foot in these crab cakes after I get done with this live. And then I'm going to jump on and do my nails. I just took my nails off. So, watch right now. So, I want to go ahead and get into it. So, as I mentioned earlier about baggage, thank you. When we talk about baggage, we're talking about a whole person, everything. The baggage they carry up here, the physical baggage, it could be trauma. It could be anything that is coming into a new relationship or friendship. The point is, are you willing to stay with that individual, knowing and seeing and figuring out the baggage that they come with? Watch out now. So yes, and that's tonight's subject because believe it or not, it's a really big deal, especially when you meet people and you're in a good space in your life, and then all of a sudden you're giving your attention to somebody who is carrying a lot of mental baggage or physical baggage. And being that you like this person, it's kind of like, you have to make a decision on whether or not you're going to choose to help them carry that load. And when I say help carry the load, I mean without complaining, without murmuring, without bad talking it. Because in the beginning, the baggage signs are there. Okay. So if you don't see those baggage signs before you get involved with someone, you're not looking hard enough because all the signs are there. You know what I did? Let me tell y'all something that I did. So before I met my husband, I was going out, on dates. But before I went out on any date, yes, you listen, I am, girl. Watch out now. I am. And that's why I called you, because I can relate to what, the individual is going through. And yes, I understand, Christabella. I understand trust. And, I can say right now to me that it's easy because going into friendships and relationships, because people don't think friendships is just as important. Friendships are so important and so valuable as well. But even the baggage that you come into that friendship with can make it or break it. you know. So we don't realize these things, and we carry a lot of baggage from our childhood, you know. And that was a big one for me, because for a long time I would think about the things that happened to me as a child, and I would use those things, you know, to escape from certain areas, or I would use those things when I'm just sitting idle to just sit there and dwell on it, and to bring me pain and hurt, all because I'm thinking about something that happened to me as a child, you know. And growing up, people don't teach us how to deal with these things. There is no life lesson on how to deal with things that you go through as a child, because a lot of times, well, I could say in my case, I was carrying some things that nobody knew nothing about, you know. Maybe one or two certain individuals, but a lot of people did not know anything about it. I didn't know how to reach out for help, because you think that the help should already be there. But you know, it's some of those things. Yes, absolutely. It's one of those things that you just have to have the right people around you, man. You got to surround yourself with better everything. Somebody who got their life together, somebody who's talking about mindset, somebody who's on a whole different level. And I don't mean, and I'm not saying or criticizing anything, I don't mean fall under religion and getting into some carrying some more baggage. I mean really going within, going deep within, and hard holdily finding somebody or someone that can help you, that you can release this stuff to. Because sometimes it's not easy. I can say it's okay now because I know how to deal with these things, but I'm gonna just go ahead and get straight to the point. You have to let go of a lot of things that you don't even know you're carrying with you, and it's weighing you down right now as we speak. You have to let it go. And I know that it's easier said than done, but if you believe in your heart that it's easier done than said, so shall it be unto you. You have to let it go. And you don't realize you're carrying around this hurt, this trauma into a certain situation, trigger it. Okay? So there's triggers that comes along with this baggage. And when you get triggered, that baggage that you carrying along with you seems to come out in the wrong situation or at the wrong time, and the other person have no clue on what's going on, you know. And sometimes you could say it's not fair, but who's not carrying baggage? You know, like whether it's, like I said, whether it's physical or whether it's mental, who's not carrying baggage? Everybody has baggage. Everybody needs help with learning how to get rid of the baggage, you know. And I could easily say, oh, it's just like getting trash, picking it up, throwing it in the garbage. You're not going to go back and get it. So don't go back and get, you know, let go of the things and don't go back and get it. Well, it's deeper than that. You know, when you want to get good at something, you have to practice it. Okay. If you have a craft, if you have a skill right now that you really know how to do really well, you have to remember, go back to the beginning on how you practice perfecting that craft to sell it or to do whatever it is you're doing with that craft. Okay. So the same thing with getting rid of baggage. Get that stuff down. Even if you have a pencil and paper, you write it down. What's bothering you? Like really write it down. Be real with yourself. This is the realization of being real with yourself. All right. Write it down. Okay. Look at it and ask yourself, do I want to keep carrying this around? Do I want to continue to serve this feeling that makes me feel so bad, whether it's a death of a family member or a situation, something that happened to you, whatever the baggage is, whatever the trauma is, you know, you have to write it down and face it. This is how healing starts. It's because you face stuff dead in the face. Okay, you look it dead on, just like I said with a craft that you are learning or that you're good at. Start from the beginning. You looked it dead on in the face and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to perfect this. And 9 times out of 10, you do. Well, getting rid of trauma and baggage, it works the same way. There's no special method. There's no 3-hour course or something that you have to take. Just face it dead on. All right. So writing it down, number one, writing down everything. Okay. And it's okay to cry. It's just you, your pen, your paper, and God within you. That's it. Write it down. Look at what you wrote down. Think about how it makes you feel. Right next to it, right next to where you wrote it down at, put how it makes you feel. Okay? Because as you're writing it, those feelings are there because that's what's making you write. Write it down. All right? Right next to it, write how it makes you feel. All right? And then ask yourself, do I want to feel like this? Is this the way I want to continue to live my life? You know, you have to check yourself. You have to mentally check yourself because some things people can't do for you. We could pray, pray, pray all day, but faith without works is dead. If you're not trying, if you're not doing something to help yourself, people can pray all day. They can lay hands in the blood and they can do all that, speaking tongues. And then you go back home with the same baggage. I've been there, trust me. But it wasn't until I made the decision to face my own trauma, to face my own baggage, to face my own reality, is when the healing started. And when I tell you, it became so easy. It became so easy because once you face that baggage, that trauma, that fear, because anything that's not love is fear. All right. Let's understand that now. Once you face it and you look it dead in the face, okay, look at it, stare at it, cry if you need to, scream if you need to, yell if you need to, get it out and tell yourself, this is the last time that I would let this situation, this baggage, this trauma ruin my life. This is the last day. You have to be real with yourself. And I'm not telling you something that, like I said, everybody you know who you have came in contact with, who you know right now, your family, your friends, co-workers, associates, whoever, everybody has mental baggage. Everybody. So don't let nobody, this ain't for me. I ain't no. Everybody has mental baggage, but it's getting rid of it, like for real, like wholeheartedly getting rid of it. Okay, so that you can live your life. Forget going into a relationship with somebody else. You need to go into a relationship with yourself first. You need to let some things go because it's not fair. It's not fair. You know, it's not fair to bring those things on. You have to address those things within yourself. Yes, somebody could pray with you. Yes, you could go to church every day of the week if you want to. But until you make the decision to actually face your own fears, your own trauma, then that's when the healing starts. You're not going to be healed. And the purpose, you guys, is to be healed. Is to not let things that happened to you in the past ruin your future. You know, that's what we're not going to do. All right. We're not going to do that. We're not going to let things that we so-called let go. And you know what? It's nothing that's actually in the physical realm. It's everything that happens up here. Okay. You have to know that you are in control of your thoughts. One thing about facing fear, first of all, fear is fake. Let's just go ahead and call it for what it is. All right. One thing about facing fear, once you face it, it can no longer ruin your life. It can no longer rule your life. It's just like taking a test that you're scared to take and you studied so hard for it. And then once you pass it, that's it. You don't have to take the test again. You passed it, you celebrate, you move on to the next level in your life. That's the same exact thing when it comes down to baggage and trauma. Face it head on. Face that fear head on. Whatever it is, whatever memory you have in your head, whatever happened to you as a child, whatever person that you've lost in your life, face it dead on. Face it dead on. And ask yourself, do I want to keep living my life like this? Do I want to keep being in pain? Do I want to keep thinking about this? You know, do I like the way it make me feel? And the answer is no. You know you don't like it. You know, people silently are going through things who you think even got it all together. They are silently going through things and we need help, you know. We need help. So like I said, to start off, get you a pencil and paper, write down the trauma, write down the fear, whatever it is. I don't care if you're scared of dogs, you're scared of cats, you're scared of whatever. Write it down and face it. Right next to it, write how it makes you feel. And then right next to that, ask yourself, now, do I want this to continue to ruin my life? And the answer is no. So look it dead on, face it. Look it dead in the face, face it. You know, sometimes a lot of trauma and baggage that we carry around, 90% of the time, it have to do with forgiveness. Okay, it have to do with something that somebody else did to us that we want them to fix or apologize to us about, or we feel like that person or that situation owes us something. But in reality, nobody owes you nothing. Yes, they did what they did, but you owe it to yourself to forgive and let it go so it won't ruin your life. You owe it to yourself to forgive and look at that person and say, I forgive you. And I refuse to let that situation that happened to me however long ago or whatever ruin my life. I refuse. Y'all got to stop letting things ruin your life. You think that it's not, but it is. And the person that did it, 9 times out of 10 don't know better. Because if they did, they wouldn't have done it. All right? So holding a fool accountable for something makes you just as foolish. You got to learn how to face things head on, forgive the situation, the person in the situation wholeheartedly. And I'm not saying that it takes overnight, but you have to start somewhere. Faith without works is dead. You can say you forgive somebody all day, but then when that situation come up and then when you see their face again, or, it brings up those memories, and there you go, we back at square one again. I'm tired. We can't keep doing that. We can't keep doing that. You know why? Because it just don't affect us. It affects our kids. It affects our family. It affects our friends. It affects our whole life. Who want to live their life like that? Who want to live their life with dealing with trauma that happened so long ago? Now here we is, 20s and our 30s, 40s, however old, and we still got baggage and hurt and pain and fear that we're still carrying along. You gonna die with that? Because it's not cancer that kills people. It's not stress. It's not heart attacks. It's the baggage, the trauma that they carry that cause these things. It's not that. Because God said we can eat and enjoy everything of the land. But what we don't see that people are doing is mentally carrying the trauma and the baggage in their mind. And they blame it. Food is just the blame. Eating is just the blame. But the real underlying condition is something that you're carrying around right now. Right now, I don't care how little it is or how big it is. Fear is fear. Okay? There's no measure of it. And the only way you could conquer it is by facing it. Facing it and practice on forgiving it. Okay? I'm not going to tell you I forgave somebody or something in one day. Sometimes it takes, it's just like a scar. It don't heal in one day. It takes its time to heal. But eventually it heal. And what you gonna do? Open the scar back up? No. Start your healing now. If you start now, and no telling how long it'll be before you be able to get that completely out your system. I'm serious. I had to let go some things. I had to forgive some people. I had to forgive myself for some situations. And my life has gotten so much better. But if I didn't start somewhere, I'd be just like everybody else, just bitter, always complaining, got something negative to say, put my business on social media. People dealing with stuff. And they go about handling stuff, in different ways than others. But you who know better, you who have a good friend or a good mentor in your life, and not saying go dump all your problems and issues on people, because that person, like we said earlier, is dealing with their own situation. But come up with a solution. And maybe the pen and paper may not be the right solution for you. but you come up with a solution on how to face that trauma, that baggage that you're carrying around before you bring somebody else into that, because it's not fair. That's very selfish. And you have to make it okay to heal and forgive yourself. Now, if you have somebody who can help you, who's in your corner, this is the time for you to be honest and not to have that person participate in your sadness. And people, y'all got, and this is another thing. Don't be okay with participating in other people's sadness. Okay? Don't be, oh, and not, no. Remind that person of how strong they is. Remind them that they got the spirit of God in them and that they can conquer everything and anything, and let them know it's okay to cry. It's okay to vent. But after this, we not going back to that. We're not going back in the trash and digging up that old garbage that we just cried and healed ourselves from. You have to love people enough to really love them and care for them, to really want what's best for them, and let them know, let's get it out. Let's get it out all on the line right now. And let's be done with it. So anybody have anything? Yes, forgiving yourself as a kid. Yes. And you know what? It starts with you, because once you could check you, and once you could get that log out of your eye before we go looking at the little splinter in somebody else's eye, you'll see clearly on how to really love people. Loving people won't be hard. I mean, it could be the most difficult people. It could be the most whatever name that you want to give a person who is very difficult in your life. I'm telling you, it'll become easy loving them, because you'll understand the true definition of love. Love keep no record of wrong. Love is kind. Love is forgiveness. Love is unconditional. You don't have conditional love. Like, I only love you until you make me mad. Then I don't love you no more. Then that's not love. That's definitely fear. And that's definitely a coward. So if you're going to love somebody, love them unconditional. Love them like you love yourself. And that's why it's very important to practice self-love. And I know people say, oh, I'm gonna focus on me, I'm gonna do me. But what do that mean? What do that mean? Focusing on you and doing you is addressing those underlying traumas and underlying conditions right now that's happening in your mental. Because there's nothing in the physical. And when you dwell on stuff, guys, and this is a big, big thing. I want y'all to know that whatever you think, so shall it be. What's ever going on around you right now in your life, really sit down and analyze your life. Is because you are creating those things. Your thoughts are that powerful. So imagine if you create the reality of your life that you really want to live. And what if you focus on that instead of pain? That's another way to focus on the things that you want, the things that you want out of life, the money you want to make, the career you want to have, that woman, that man you want to be with. What if you focus on that and start rejoicing in that and start thinking about that and just start saying thank you for that? Although you don't see it yet, although it's not happening yet, start creating those things, because those things are going to start gravitating towards you, and they have no choice but to serve you. And let God be true and every man a lie. So if God said your thoughts create your reality, what are you thinking about? What are you spending your time crying about? What? So be mindful of that, guys. Make sure you share this live. Thank you, guys. Hey, Curtis, Emma. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching little old me, But yeah, people are dealing with things, and sometimes it comes out the wrong way to us. But you who know better, show them how to do better, because everybody comes with baggage, and it's not to judge people, and if that's the type of baggage that you can't take, then let people go on about their business. Because I tell you one thing, it's a lot of baggage that I won't take, but I nip it in the bud at the beginning, because it's not going to start. I don't got over some things, and I'm not going to let nobody or nothing come into my life to try to dig up or try to recreate or try to bring up. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. I don't came too far to be trying to go backwards. Whatever back there, I'm gonna leave back there, because I'm headed forward. I'm headed to the prize that I got my mind on. I'm headed to the glory. I'm headed. Listen, watch out now. Security. Who? That's where I'm headed. So yes, if it's baggage, let me tell you something. Before I met my husband, and I was gonna tell y'all this earlier, but then I got off subject. So watch out now. Don't judge me. Before I met my husband, I made this thing with God. I told God, I said, you have to show me within the first 48 hours of me meeting somebody, whether or not they're for me. And you know what it is that I like and what I don't like, and you know what what you God just know. You know me better than I know myself. This is me talking to God. This is what I told him. You know me better than I know myself. So show me the signs, and you know that, and make it abundantly clear within 48 hours. I don't care if it's a phone conversation. We ain't even got to meet up. It ain't got to be no date. Over the phone, you could be on tell. You can tell. I gotta get my speech right. You can tell whether or not that you're gonna deal with this person or not. I'm telling you, especially if you put God in it. So for about 6 months before I met my husband, when I started praying that prayer, when I tell you it didn't even make it to a date, within 48 hours, he would show me, nope, that ain't him. Nope, that ain't him. I don't care how fine he is. Nope, that ain't him. I don't care how much money he make. He ain't it. Nope, that ain't him. Nope, don't do it. You asking me, I'm showing you. Don't ignore my signs. Don't do it. All you gotta do is ask. You have not because you ask not. And I'm telling you, I am telling you the honest to God truth. When it's him or her or whoever, whatever you got going on, that's your business. But it's when it's the right person, he will make it abundantly clear as well. When I tell you, I don't care how many signs you ask for, he'll give it to you. Yep, that's him. He the one. Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever. But he the one. Yeah, his feet ugly, but that's fine, baby. He the one. He gonna treat you right. That's the one. I'm telling you. So just ask for things. Ask for. Just ask. Go within and just it's something that you could just do it. You and God and ask to reveal not just relationship people, but whatever friendship. If this person for me, if this really my friend, you know, show me, God. If they not, show me and make it abundantly clear. You ain't got to look for nothing. You ain't got to play Inspector Gadget. You ain't got to dig for nothing. He will place it right in your face. You have not because you ask not. Same thing. You want to get rid of fear? Go to God. Hey, God, I've been dealing with this thing for a long time. You know me better than I know myself. I need you to help me learn how to get over this. I tried it my way. I tried it my cousin way. I tried it my auntie way. I tried it my best friend way. But I'm still dealing with it. I'm still carrying it. I need your way to help me let it go. Not to soothe it for a little second or not to put a band-aid on it, but to really get rid of it. But once again, you have not because you ask not. All you gotta do is ask. All you have to do is ask. But remember, do your part in paying attention and listening because all the answers is here. You will get the answer. I don't care what and I tell you, I don't care what it is. All things work together for your good. All things. And when you can stand on that, when you don't have nothing else to stand on, you stand on that. I don't care what the situation look like, what it is. It could be a situation you think that is impossible, that you ain't gonna come back from, or whatever the case may be. When I tell you, when God is in it, can't nobody mess with you. And that's the God honest truth. So remind yourself, whatever situation it is that you're going through right now, or that might happen tomorrow, or happened last week, whatever, tell yourself, all things work together for my good. And then watch out now, because it's going to work out for you good. Mm-hmm. That's right. But listen, guys, I'm about to go make my crab cakes. God, I did my good due diligence. Anything else you need me to say? Yeah, I think I'm joking, but I'm so serious. I had to pray before I come on here. But yes, just know, stand on that. Just know all things work together for your good. Even the situations that might not look possible for you right now, it's still going to work out for your good. You hold on to love and you hold on to faith and not fear. Because when he say love never fails, try it. Get it. If you're in a situation right now, try love and watch it work out. Watch it work out now. Just try love and nothing else. Not fear, not hate, not retaliation, not the same thing that created this situation, but nothing but love. And if you don't know what love is, you got to look in the book of Corinthians. I think it's chapter 13. But it's in there. And it'll tell you the definition just in case you don't know. You can't use your way of loving. You see, that ain't been working. So use it the right way and it'll work for you. It'll never fail. Let God be true, every man a liar. I'm telling you. Let God be true. But listen, you guys, yes. You think you want to go come on here and I want to go advertise my products? The devil is a lie. Watch out now. So listen, make sure you get your immunity boost syrup. This is a new addition to the LCL family at lclfit.com. It's packed with all type of vitamins and herbs, and also one of my favorite is elderberry, and it's also good for kids too. And then what's good for the goose got to be good for the babies. Watch out now. So, and then we have our sleep relax syrup. So those of you who are having trouble sleeping, due to anxiety or stress and want to just wind down. And this is another thing talking about sleeping. It's real good stuff, Christabella. So speaking of sleeping, what do you do before you go to bed? I can hear from any of you guys. It don't matter. But I'm just throwing a suggestion out there. What about if you focus on what you want in life and have yourself feel the feeling that you want to feel once you get what you ask for? How about that? How about I'm gonna give you an example when what I want. I told God, and I'm not limiting him. I'm not boxing him in, so don't. But I want to see 8.6 million. I mean, everybody say money. They want to be a millionaire. They want a billionaire. But I put a number on it. I put a number on it. I said I want to open up my online banking account with Navy Federal. All right, and I want to see 8.6 million. I don't know what it is about that number. I don't know, but I want to see 8.6 million, and then I'm gonna go higher. So before I go to bed, I mean, and this is just me. You could say you want perfect health and feel how you feel if you would. Told the man I was going live, and he's still calling me, babe. Watch out now.
to the LCL Radio Show. I am your host, Latasha. Watch out now. The LCL Show. It's the LCL Show. It's the LCL Show. Watch out now. It's the LCL Show. It's the LCL Show. It's the LCL Show. Watch out now. We're coming through the roof. We're coming through the roof.